Welcome back to Shelton, Connecticut. Your Connecticut Polar Bears taking on Philadelphia Little Flyers. Game 2 for the Polar Bears today. We'll see how it goes. Dakota Boyle. First offensive shot, and it goes in! Boyle to Wallfield. What a way to start. We'll take it. 1-0 Polar Bears, 12 seconds in. We'll see if that gets repeated. We got 2 more seconds to do it, not this time. Adding a little shock to the awe, as it were. The answer from the Flyers off the pads. Breakout pass comes to Shee. Shee intended for Peterson, picked off, comes back near Peterson. Peterson getting taken down in front of the net. No tripping call. Crowd not happy with that fact, but dangerous play. Bears could have been called for too many on the ice. There weren't. Demonsky will send that over to Gross. Rydell, get that out of the zone. White wanted forward to Gross. Back to White, up over Bodden. Gross. Gross gets the shrug and is going to be called for tripping? Okay. As I've said once before, the only ones tripping are the refs. So that'll give the Little Flyers a one-player advantage for $1.50. So if my game clock math is correct, that'll be at 12 or 11:04 on the game clock. Little Flyers, long pass. White, not fooled. Back to the point. Pass across. Shot. Stopped. Loose. Swept away. Saved. Kepler. High water mark thus far for the Little Flyers. LaRoche and Shi out with 24 seconds. Presumably Peterson will be coming out to complete the line set. LaRoche pokes it away. Takes an unexpected bounce. And as expected, Peterson out. So that forward set is complete. Conference in the corner. Whistle blows, face-off comes down on the other side. 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first. White has the puck. Shot, high slot. Comes back. Rayner. Back in the neutral zone, pass across. Dakota Boyle has it, dances behind the net, backhanded pass, attempted to clear the zone. Boyle to Gross. Gross will go up, sends that long. Comes back as an icing again, so we'll come back all the way over here. Shot off the stick, covered. Wallfield wanted a piece of it. Back to Maurice. Looked like that Might have bounced off of Wallfield's leg. She manages to keep that alive for the moment. Zarek. Wallfield gets it back, intended for Demonsky. Little extra contact after the fact. Puck smartly covered. Whistle blown. Kepler stands strong. Peterson manages to catch it. Poke it past, gets past one. Has a chance, wants to go for the backhand. Goaltender has that. Makes the stop. Shot saved by Kepler. Peterson gets it across the blue line. LaRoche that time. LaRoche over to Shee. Backhand, top shelf! Elsa Shee. I believe the credit will go Shee from LaRoche from Peterson. I don't think there was a change of possession. So that makes it 2 for your Polar Bears. Shee again. Dances at the top of the circle, gets it back to White. White. That'll be up to Maurice. Maurice gets it away. White, back to Maurice. Up to LaRoche. White. Backhanded, intended for Bodden. Stick save. 6:46. Rayner back. Here come the Flyers. Demonsky's going to go to the box for that one. Again on a tripping call. Not a boarding call. That was a trip, apparently. Okay. Face off by the Flyers. Wallfield had a chance at that. Boyle backhand gets it across the blue line. Wallfield will give chase. Shot from Boyle. Save. Rydell taken down in the corner. Or not in the corner. Halfway at the boards. Yeah, someplace. A thing happened in a place. Wallfield ends up with Rydell. Rydell will keep it low. Third of the way, a little over third of the way, now halfway through. The penalty, broken stick. She's not supposed. It is against the rules to skate with a broken stick. I'm not sure what the rules say about whacking your broken stick into the boards, but there you go. So that's going to be a roughing call on Charlotte Rydell. But, you know, skating with a broken stick apparently is now perfectly legal.
What about the broken stick, ref?
Coach Amanda bringing out some of the fire.
Pay attention, ref.
Papa Carl also bringing some of the fire.
On the other half, get off.
LaRoche trying to bring pressure. Succeeding. That was sent in. Attempted tip by number 2 for the Flyers and smartly covered by Kepler. 5 seconds left in the 5-on-3 with a minute 11 following of another power play for the Flyers, and it looks like we have a slight substitution on the defensive side of the stick. The broken stick. D back to the top. Peterson out. LaRoche will send that up, over. Peterson. Send that long. 38 seconds in the power play. She on a nice move trying to contain the puck behind the net. That'll end up back with Brianna White. 4 minutes flat left in the first period. And 19 seconds now, 18-17, left in the power play. Boyle manages to contain the puck. Back to even strength we go. Demonsky. Cross to Maurice. Maurice up to Wallfield. She's got time. Oh. Never mind. I lied. Looks like they're calling it offside. Pazarek winning the face-off with Wallfield. Not tripping though. Wallfield wanted to find Demonsky. It's poked away. Wallfield manages to contain it. Big collision, open ice. Maurice toward Pazarek. 2:39 now. Rayner in the face-off. Puck goes toward the net. Picked up by White. White to Kallio. Kallio. And it picked off by one of the Flyers at the point. No hooking call. Okay, that's cool. .218 left in the first. Kallio has the puck. A little bump and shove. Ends up with Rayner. White. Drop back to Kallio. Kallio unencumbered. Kallio again poked away from the circle. White will hustle back. Shot off to the right. White will have that. Now it'll go all the way back down. LaRoche out now, along with Peterson. Rydell to Peterson. Peterson on the touch pass intended for LaRoche. Getting a shoulder, but again, you know, no call. Peterson. Rydell. I think it bounced off LaRoche for a second. Sent back to the goaltender. 30.3 seconds. The Polar Bears will switch out the forwards. Zarek, Wallfield. Boyle, Wallfield again. Boyle. Zarek getting the better end of that collision. 7 seconds now. Demonsky sends it back. Wallfield. 1.2 seconds. Like the Flyers, some confusion about who's going where. Ooh, coach not happy. And that'll end the period. So, as it was this morning, is now and ever shall be. 2-0 Polar Bears. Amen, amen. We'll see you back in a minute. Welcome back to the second period. I hope if I took the blackout off. There we go. Now you can see the second period. Polar Bears still leading 2-0 after a minute's intermission. Wallfield in the races, and that'll be covered off. Polar Bears, in case you missed it, 2-0 currently over the Little Flyers. 12 seconds in, Kalen Wallfield knocks the puck 5-hole, I think, if memory serves. That'll be offside. Coach exhorting his team to stay low. And if we're going for a church music, stay low, Sweet Chariot. Oh, swing low. Pizarnik was to Boyle. That goes in! Boyle gets the third for the Polar Bears. Off the pass from Alexa Pizarnik. I don't think I got it. Oh, maybe I got it in time. Yep, I did. There's the replay for you. So Peterson, LaRoche, she out with Kallio and Rydell. Rydell. Shot. Covered. Rydell coming out to play. She to Kallio back. LaRoche to Kallio. Kallio. There, Peterson in the opposite corner. Wanted to get it to she, ends up with LaRoche. She rips it down, stopped. Bears and Flyers change out their everybody's. There you go. Flyers managed to break it out. Set up pass across, get one in. Bears will switch out their forwards. Back to Demonsky. Boyle. Pass picked off by Kalen Wallfield. Sends it to Dakota Boyle. Boyle, I believe that's her second of the day. No, that was the reverse of the first goal. So from Boyle to Wallfield, Wallfield to Boyle. Leadership there by Kellen Wallfield, going back and bumping gloves with the goaltender. back and forth through the corner. Flyers finally come up on the better side of those exchanges. Shot somehow bounced off of something. Wallfield manages to collect the puck across. Here comes Boyle. Well done all round. Boyle managed to get it, turn it into a shot, and that'll bring out LaRoche and her wings, along with White and Kallio. White got past Peterson. LaRoche kicked it to Peterson. Peterson tried to get it toward the goaltender on the backhand, not that time. That'll go long. Will it come back? Nope. Not as an icing. Not enough energy, I think. Back to LaGroche, around the dot. Now around the circle. Looking for someone open. White sweeps that away. Kallio. Cross to White. White finds LaRoche on the surge to Peterson. Peterson. To Shee. To Shee. Nice improvisational play. That'll put the Polar Bears up now 5-1 over the Little Flyers. Let's see that again. Nope. I missed the replay. Got the congratulations, though. So LaRoche to Peterson to Shee. Rayner had it for a moment. Gross. Backhand over to Dumansky. Back to Gross. Gross will send it below the goal line. 9:46 left in the second. Rayner wanted a shot that was blocked by Flyer. 9.5 now. Dumansky now. I think it's the better end of that exchange. Bears keep possession. Bodden to Gross. And that'll be an offside. 9:04 on the clock. And we'll bring up Wallfield, Boyle, Pizarnik. And White and Maurice. Wallfield behind the net toward Pizarnik. It's caught up at her feet. We'll have a little confab in front of the Flyers bench. stick mistake by the Flyers results in momentary turnover. Flyers get it back. Shot, save. Big collision. Awkward fall on Pizarnik and the push down. But okay, I mean, that, you know, hey. That's, yeah. And just end up on the blooper reel, I guess. Yeah, there we go. Someone's going to get a penalty on the Flyers. Cross check. Looks like it's coming up on number 2. So number 2 drops and number 2 goes to the box. This power play set brought to you courtesy of LaRoche, Peterson, and Shee. And Rydell and Kallio. LaRoche looking for a high pass. Found it in Peterson for a moment. LaRoche to Rydell. Drop back pass to Peterson. Looks like she wanted to drag it around or was trying to fake it out. Either way. Comes back. There we go. Speaking of dropping back, intended for Rydell. Bottom of the circle. Up to Shee. Past Shee. Peterson comes up with it, takes it away from the Flyers. Kallio to Demonsky. Demonsky, Shee, backhanded. Lots of things that'll come back as an icing. Remember, we don't call icing. Okay, it'll come back as an icing. There is no icing. Goodness gracious me. Shee dancing. Gets tripped. That one's going to result in the hand up. And tweet. There we go. 9 seconds of a 5-on-3. So Bears will put out the Pizarnik, Boyle, Wallfield set along with Demonsky and Maurice, and we'll see what they can do with 9 seconds. And then $1.21 after that. One shot. Clock has not started. There we go. So the Bears will get a little extra time. Maurice across to Demonsky. Demonsky between the feet, knocked out of the air. Oh, Pizarnik almost had that on a baseball-style play. Forget the lacrosse-style Michigan. You want a baseball style. By the way, Gabby Blyer now in part of our regularly scheduled goaltender exchange program. Flyers calling a quick substitution. A little under a minute now in the penalty. Maurice to Demonsky. Demonsky to Boyle. Boyle finds Pizarnik. Pizarnik smartly gets it to Wallfield. Wallfield dodging, weaving, shooting. Maurice bounced off of somebody, went high. Demonsky. Boyle, backhand. Shot from Boyle. Saved. Wallfield made the save. Bears look like they're switching up the rotational exchanges, perhaps. Got Rayner, Bodden, and Gross. Then it'll come back White. Finds Gross. Flyers, shot, save. Another shot, another save by Blyer. Penalty's over, by the way. That shot goes into the glove of Gabby Blyer. 4:19 left in the second. Bears will switch out their defenseman. Long shot, glove save. Bodden got that across the blue line. Demonsky. Get it to Rydell. Rydell. Eventually to Gross. Not sure why. Okay. Maybe I missed an offside somewhere. LaRoche, Peterson, Shee, Demonsky, Rydell. 5 Polar Bears on the ice. No clue who they are for the Flyers. Eventually it ends up by Peterson, gets it across the blue line. Shot save, puck still loose. Referee blew the whistle, presumably lost sight of the puck. It was clearly loose, but referees are trained. If there is any questioning on it, you blow the whistle for the sake of the goalie's safety. So, 3:08. Flyers win the face-off. Ends up with Pizarnik. Woo! Okay, Pizarnik takes the shot. Oh, high into the right. Wallfield. Pizarnik in front of the net. Back to Pizarnik. Poked away by White for the moment. Boyle preventing that play from developing into much of anything. Back and forth across the blue line. Got past White. No icing on that. White just loses it for a second at her feet. To Maurice. To Boyle. Boyle will send that long. We've got 2 centermen on the ice. Peterson. Backhand. Try to get it to the goalie. White. Shot. Off to the left. Back to LaRoche. LaRoche 1-2. Wallfield tried to get it to Peterson. In the middle of the circle. Wallfield again. Everybody anticipating an icing. Oh, I think the ref just went, okay. 128.
Go 2-4.
LaRoche to Peterson. Peterson wanted she, ended up giving it away. Puck back across the blue line. LaRoche across the blue. Taken away by the Flyers. Back with Rydell. Rydell wanted to find Peterson. Puck ends up back with Rydell across to Kallio. 10 seconds now left in the second. Presumably, not much will happen. And there it is. So after two, Polar Bears lead by 4, 5-1. Fireworks filled second. We'll see what the third holds in a minute. Welcome back to the third. Maddie Rayner and her set taking the face-off to begin this period, which I have not updated on the scoreboard for some reason. But I'll take care of that in a minute. Fight behind the net. Puck comes loose across the blue line. And there's going to be a penalty. Looks like it's... Nope, oh, never mind. That hand was up. There was a little miscommunication. Matty Botten, Johnny on the spot, went right for it. That puck will come back a long, long way. There's the whistle. White gets the puck across the blue line. LaRoche and Pizarnik. Oh, sorry. That's not LaRoche. LaRoche is 24. I saw 42 and got all confused. Anyway, it's Dakota Boyle. She's 42. Kaylin Wallfield's 27. Trying to repeat her moment. Rebound picked up by Pizarnik, so we got 1-2. Bang, bang. 2 shots on goal. Pizarnik. White. Cross to Kallio. Intended for Pizarnik. Gets to her in the end. Wallfield. Boyle intended for Wallfield, picked off at the last minute. After a fight, Boyle up with it. LaRoche. Kallio almost at it. White. White will skate it up on her own. Gets past a few. Covered. Demonsky and Rydell. Rydell will send that. Demonsky got it long. Peterson will be in a bit of a foot race. Rydell, Peterson. Peterson got it across the blue line. Peterson to She on the backhand. She backhand to LaRoche. LaRoche. Oh, off the post. Maurice. White back out on the ice. Offside, no longer. White, well, see if she'll do it again. Got a couple in front of her. Feeling good, takes a shot, goes a little high, it's okay. Maurice to White. White back to Maurice. Maurice will send that long, and that'll come back as an icing. 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in the game. Maddie Rayner taking the face off. Emma Gross gets across the blue line. Shot off of Blyer's glove, sends it back. Bodden. Going to be a hooking call coming up on, I believe, number 49 of the Little Flyers. She's not happy. That was a very angry door slam. Wallfield. Shot saved by Blyer. Maurice, intentionally or no, got it up to Pizarnik. Boyle. Backhand toward the goaltender. Sends it to the corner. Wallfield has a puck. Open for a wraparound, not that time. Sends it on the one-timer. And everybody, everywhere, all at once switches out. Face off, won by LaRoche. She to Peterson. Peterson tried to get that shot off, was blocked, went up into the net. LaRoche to She wanted the shot. Didn't happen that time. Kallio, She, either LaRoche or Peterson, one of the two. Well, kick up Peterson, sticks flying everywhere. Look at all the things. Flyers have a shot. And turned it into a point. So 5-2, still the Polar Bears. 7:59 left in the game. Last time there was a quick answer. Let's see if it happens again. Gross to Maurice. Demonsky back to Maurice. Maurice was picked off before it got to Gross, the intended target. Maurice forward to Rayner. Glove came off. Rayner's out. In cometh Wallfield. That'll go very long. .652 in this newly 5-2 game. Flyers attempted a pass, picked off by Boyle. Maurice, after the exchange in front of the net. Pizarnik, Wallfield, back to Pizarnik, back and forth we go. How nice of them to have one right in front of us for the moment. Demonsky intended for Pizarnik, just gets past her for the moment. .540 on the clock. Ultimately comes back to Demonsky, forward to Shi, and back we go. Maurice. .517 left in the game. Shi across to White. White sends it very low. Peterson. Peterson on the backhand. Off the stick. White intended for Peterson, just got past her. LaRoche now. Peterson will get it back into the zone. No trip. Shot and save. 3:57 left in the game. Wallfield. Forward to Boyle. Comes back to Rydell. Little play behind the net. Pass from Pizarnik to Wallfield to Boyle. Shot. Wallfield was there for any potential in the rebound. And 3:27 to go. Maddie Rayner, Emma Gross, Maddie Botten. The new forwards. Pass forward intended for Gross, just got past her, and that'll come back as an icing call. 3:05. Maurice on a quick decision, sends it back, and send it back again. White, looking, finds Gross.
Watched it. Thank you.
Pizarnik. Backhanded to Boyle. Backhanded to Pizarnik, set up in front of the net. Wallfield there. But the other team was therer. White, backhanded forward to Boyle. Boyle didn't like a breakout option. Collects it behind the net. Wallfield will chip it up the board, get it across the blue line, picked up by the Flyers at center. Maurice. Oh, good shot by Maurice. Minute 10. LaRoche now out on the ice.
Come on, Jake. Stay ahead.
Shot goes in. Three for the Little Flyers. It might be not enough. They'll have to get 2 goals in 46 seconds.
Get it back, boy.
Looks like the Flyers are going to try to pull their keep. Polar Bears not giving them the opportunity. 37 seconds. Demonsky will go in for Kallio. Now the Flyers pull the keeper, 27 seconds. To Rydell. Lots of bodies everywhere. 5-4. Peterson knocked it away, and that'll chew up the last amount of time. And that'll be it. So, Polar Bears over the Little Flyers, 5-3. surviving a late game rally by the Little Flyers. Caps off the weekend. So the Bears will have to feel good about that. We've got 2 more games next week, both on Sunday. One in Shelton, and then immediately we're going to have to turn and run like the wind up to Rockland, Massachusetts. Never mind, I'm being told it's Massachusetts in the morning and then run back here. Well, there you go. Either way, 2 games, far apart, lots of fast driving and potential illegalities. See you next weekend.